Here's how this works. I kill someone, you pay me. Anything goes wrong with either part of that equation, one of our lives is forfeit.
Let me offer you a revision. You kill someone, I pay you. If anything goes wrong with either of those two parts, your life is forfeit.
Revise this!
That's the problem with those prosthetics. They jam so easily.
Benny, how'd you get so many sevens?
Well, I ain't cheating if that's what you mean.
I didn't say a word, Benny. I was just hoping you could tell me how you managed to get 5 of a kind.
I think that's a flipped over jack, boss.
A flipped over jack is a J that's upside down. It's not a 7.
Well, these cards aren't exactly top quality.
You ain't gotta play, you know?
Oh, shut up, both of you. Where's Twitch? I wanted to be done with this by now.
Oh, you know how he is. These type are all the same.
You mean they's a little funky upstairs?
I think he means we have excellent hearing.
Nice of you to join us, Mr. Twitch.
Just Twitch is fine. In fact, I prefer it.
These are my associates, Benny and Simon. You can call me Mr. Red.
Pleasure. Fill me in, fellas.
Now that you're here, we can start discussing the little problem we've been having. You see, until recently, my organization was the most successful extra-legal endeavor west of the Rockies.
Don't you mean illegal, boss?
That's what extra legal means, dummy.
Oh, I thought I told both of you to shut up.
Well, I ain't stupid.
Anyway, a couple of years back, this guy by the name of Gunfinger comes into town. At first, he's no problem. He pays his dues, minds his manners, and keeps his nose clean. Then he starts crossing lines. Starts selling to children, hitting up churches for cash. But the problem is, it works. Before you know it, he's got his own little empire going, and in all the wrong places. Places we can't and won't touch. That's when things went south. I went over to Gunfinger's to try and explain a few things to him, but he sent me away, with a bullet in my gut. Not only that, but now he's greasing some political palms, and the heat's coming down on us. So you see, we got ourselves a little problem. Gunfinger's out for blood, and we're losing friends fast.
Boss,
What is it, Benny?
ain't the name Gunfinger a little redundant?
It's an awfully big word for you, Benny.
I told you I ain't stupid.
So where do I fit into all this?
We needed the services of an outside contractor.
But he's a hitman, boss.
Enough! Yes, he's a hitman, but he's also much more than that. Twitch here is an infiltrator, and he's also a balancing point. What's more important is that Gunfinger hasn't seen your face yet, so there'd be no way for him to suspect that you're working for me.
I'm not sure I follow.
It just so happens that Gunfinger is in the market for some new hired hands. He's wanting to expand his empire. That's where you come in. I want you to infiltrate his organization, gain Gunfinger's trust, and bring him down once and for all.
Seems simple enough.
There's a catch.
Always is.
I want Gunfinger alive.
Boss, he shot you in the stomach. Why can't we just squish him and be done with it?
He ain't small enough to squish.
Actually, Benny, you're right.
Huh?
If Gunfinger were to simply disappear, he'd leave behind the vacuum power that even I couldn't fill at this point. We need him alive so we can dismantle his empire from the inside out.
Alright, you've got yourselves a contract. This will all be over within 3 days' time.
I'm pleased to hear that, Twitch. Simon, I believe it's your turn to deal.
Benny, how'd you get so many sevens?
Have a seat, Simon. There's no need to be rude.
Well, I'm a little nervous about meeting in public, so
Look at the birds, Simon. They're more like people than most of us realize. They're so concerned with being the first to snatch up the bread that they scarcely pay attention to one another.
Yeah, well, they're not trying to keep a low profile. I am.
Rest assured, you are quite anonymous here, my friend. Our dear Mr. Red hardly leaves his house these days, and he has precious few loyal friends now. Speaking of friends, I hear you have some information about some new blood in town. Someone under Mr. Red's wing.
Yeah. Dark fellow. Calls himself Twitch. Red said he's an infiltrator, but I'm thinking I smell a spook.
I don't pay you to be paranoid, my friend. So what does Mr. Red want with this Twitch?
Red's getting pretty scared of you, man. He heard you were looking for some recruits. Figured he'd slip Twitch in there with them. Funny thing is, Red told him not to kill you. He says he wants you alive.
Well, so there is some romance left in the game yet.
Hey man, I'm just in this for the money.
Indeed, my friend. You have been most informative. Most informative. Oh, and Simon.
Yeah?
Take care not to fly away now.
Yeah.
After all, a flock tends to start with the flight of one. I'd hate to lose faith in you now that you've been so helpful.
You can count on me, boss.
I hope I can, Simon.
That's good. Just try aiming a little higher.
Or you could pick a different target.
Mr. Twitch, I did not see you standing there. This is my nephew Terrence. So, how are things progressing?
About as expected. I have a meeting with Gunfinger tomorrow.
Good. You know, Twitch, you came highly recommended as a skilled marksman. Would you care to join Terrence and I for a little target practice?
I'm afraid I only fire when I have to.
Oh, come on, Mr. Twitch. Show us what you're made of. Fine then. Take another shot, Terrence. Not bad. Try this. I suppose that's why they call you Twitch.
Not exactly.
Oh, come off it. I've never seen anyone fire that fast. Well, whatever the reason, it seems to suit you. Is there anything else you wanted while you were still here?
Yeah. I thought you might be interested to know your suspicions. Well, you were right.
It's a bit of a pity, but not at all unexpected. Keep me informed about your progress.
Will do.
Well, it's nice to know I haven't completely lost my touch.
You know, they have medicine for that now, boss.
I would never subject myself to chemical solutions. Such things are no better than an outright prosthetic.
Look, I was just saying...
Then say no more.
Twitch is here, boss.
Ah, our aptly named pawn. Where is he?
Out with the guards.
Can you stop that?
Yeah?
It's not funny.
How much longer is your boss gonna be?
Hey, you ought to feel lucky he's seen you at all.
Really? I heard a gunshot earlier. Is it the kind of luck I'm in for?
Relax. It's got nothing to do with you.
Sorry, I'm not convinced.
No, he's right. Boss has this little problem sometimes. Especially when he's a little excited.
Yeah, so he likes to practice every once in a while. Usually with live targets. It's kind of ironic given his name.
As far as ironic names go, Twitch, I'd say yours takes the cake.
My ex-wife gave it to me. She said I used to twitch in my sleep.
And where is she now?
She's long gone. My career choice didn't agree with her.
Ah, an unsympathetic spirit.
Target, actually.
My dear, you are positively delightful.
I do what I can.
Yes, and I was wondering if you could do something for me.
That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Time will tell. I wonder, Twitch, have you heard of a man who goes by the name of Mr. Red?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
What you may not have heard is that he once sought to control me. Now he finds himself in way over his head and is desperate to do away with his competition. I've never been one to trust people, Twitch. Not at all, actually. However, if you were to do away with Mr. Red before he can do away with me, I just might be inclined to trust you.
I'll see what I can do.
As will I. However, I don't intend to simply send you off. You see, I don't believe Mr. Red is the only one who's unaware of how much trouble he's in. Mr. Red has very little left in the way of allies, and the ones he does have are quickly disappearing. Since you're an outside contractor, I'll give you a chance to decide who you're loyal to. However, I don't intend to let you leave here without a memento of our first meeting. I have no doubt you'll be able to finish the job without the use of your finger, Twitch. I simply wish to ensure that you'll be disarmed the next time I see you. Oh, and Twitch. Be sure to do away with that moronic bodyguard as well. So, my friend, what was it you wanted to tell me?
It doesn't even really matter much now, but Red's nephew came into town this morning.
I was unaware he had any siblings.
Yeah, his brother died in a car accident a few years ago, so kid hangs out with Red from time to time, but that's not even the interesting part.
Continue.
Well, the thing is that Terrence, that's Red's nephew, brought $500,000 with him.
My friend, that's hardly
No,
worth.
it's all in gold.
Say again.
Gold. They're storing it in a safe over at Red's place. But the thing is, only Terrence knows the combination.
Such a shame not to trust one's own family. Very well then, Simon, you have piqued my interest. Go follow our friend Twitch and be sure he does away with Mr. Red and that bodyguard of his.
And
Afterwards, talk to this Terrence fellow. Explain to him why it's in his best interest that he tells us this combination.
I'll call you when it's done, boss.
Excellent. And one more thing, Simon. Don't open the safe. I want to do that part myself.
Sure, boss.
You're a doll, Simon.
Twitch! I didn't expect to see you this evening. Please, have a seat. To what do I owe this visit?
Met with Gunfinger. He's as ruthless as you said he was.
Let me tell you something, Twitch. The law serves as a balance point to make sure the powerful don't grow too powerful. Now, a good criminal just takes what is rightfully his. Still, there's crime, then there's Gunfinger. A man like that has no honor. He preys on the innocent and involves those who don't ask for it. What's worse is he does so without any remorse. Anything goes with Gunfinger, so long as he makes a profit. That's why we need to take him out.
Well, things are never as simple as they first appear.
With people like Gunfinger, it isn't.
Where's Benny?
I gave him the night off. He's been seeing some lady bartender, and I figure he could use the free time.
Speaking of, are you sure you're going to be able to have the job done in 3 days? I only ask because your time is almost up.
So's yours.
Tell your boss's corpse is in the basement.
Where's Benny?
It's not here.
What? Why not?
Gave him the night off.
Gunfinger's not gonna be happy.
Well, I could give a rat's ass what Gunfinger thinks.
Careful, Twitch. You wouldn't want to lose more body parts, would you? Watch your ass, Spook!
I hear you ran into a few problems last night, Twitch.
Got the job done, didn't I?
No. Frankly, Twitch, you didn't.
Look, the guy he sent me to kill's dead. What's it matter to you if his bodyguard gets to live?
It's a loose end! You of all people should know the value of doing away with loose ends.
I'm a contract killer, not a strategist.
Of which I am painfully aware. However, humor me a moment. How do you have the right to call yourself a contract killer if the contract is not completed?
The mark is dead!
There were 2 marks, Twitch!
Look, here's how this works. I kill someone, you pay me. Anything goes wrong with either part of that equation, one of our lives is forfeit.
Let me offer you a revision. You kill someone, I pay you. If anything goes wrong with either of those 2 parts, your life is forfeit.
Revise this!
That's the problem with those prosthetics. They jam so easily. Maurice, would you come in here, please? I have some garbage for you to take out. Yes.
It's done, boss. I have the combination.
That is the first piece of good news I have had all day.
Glad to be of service. I'll see you in a half an hour.
My dear Simon, why are you so down? This is a day for celebration!
Indeed it is, Gunfinger.
Mr. Red, I must admit I'm quite surprised to see you in such good health.
You're in for a surprising night. Have a seat, Gunfinger, and keep your hands pointed downwards.
I'll stand, thank you.
Suit yourself. The store I'm about to tell you spans 3 days' time, so you might be there a while.
How considerate of you to warn me.
You're not as smart as you think, Gunfinger. You're way too cocky. You see, I'd suspected that Simon here was a spy for quite some time now, but I needed to be sure. Part of the reason I hired Twitch was to verify that. After I knew for certain, all I had to do was find bait suitable to your ego. I made sure Simon knew about my nephew's safe, knowing full well that he passed the information on to you. After Twitch helped me fake my own death, everything was set.
And was Twitch aware that you were going to sacrifice him to get to me?
We figured it was worth the risk.
Alright, now I know my aim isn't the best, but not even I could have missed you from only 5 feet away.
Yeah, you would have hit me. If he'd actually shot at me.
What exactly is that supposed to mean?
You're shooting blanks, Gunfinger. Maybe not all the time, but often enough for us to chance it.
Tell me, Twitch. Is that a new prosthetic you have aimed at my back?
Yeah. And this one won't jam.
Face it, Gunfinger, you're too arrogant. The fact that you wanted to open the safe on your own says it all.
My dear, I said I wanted to open the safe myself. I said nothing about coming alone.
Alright, Twitch, let him go! And drop the prosthetic!
Here's a better idea. You put your hands up and step away from Mr. Red, and I won't put a bullet through your boss's skull.
I might be firing blanks, Twitch, but you have no guarantee that I will the next time I shoot.
Shut up.
This is your last chance! Let him go! You can't cover us both.
He's right, my dear. Not even you can fire a prosthetic that fast, and we both know that your gun hand is out of commission.
Actually, I'm ambidextrous. You alright, Red?
The game's over, Gunfinger. You broke the rules one too many times. Now you're gonna pay for it. You came here to be independent, but you were just a bit too free-willed for your own good. You went too far. And now, you're working for me.